This is probably going to be one of the most serious things that I've ever said in the history of the internet and my 2.5 year career as an influencer. This year has been one of the best years of my life and has also been one of the darkest years of my life. From January to April, and honestly, for a very large portion of last year, I was dealing with severe bipolar depression, bipolar 2 to be precise. And from January to pretty much like May, was nearly catatonic. And what that means is essentially a state where you're unresponsive. And that was like if I was sitting over here on this couch, just chilling, and you wanted to have a conversation with me, you could talk to me, and I would stare at you blankly. And it was obvious that I had no idea what you were saying. I couldn't really communicate. I couldn't really socialize. And I'm a very social person, and I love telling jokes, and I love being able to spread my joy and my love and my light. And I couldn't spread any joy. I didn't have any joy to give. And there were many times, and this is a trigger warning for SI, there were many times that I didn't think that I was going to see 2023. There were many times where I just felt so distraught. And I remember that there was a day where I genuinely felt no hope. I was at the rodeo with my girlfriend at the time, and I had fans approaching me, and they were all very sweet. I could barely crack a smile. I took pictures. It was sweet seeing how much joy I brought them, though I didn't have any. And it hurt. It hurt, and it was so fucking difficult. I didn't even know that it was bipolar, not until I literally went to residential stay. And they finally diagnosed me. I got on medication, and medication has literally saved and changed my life. Bipolar is a genuine chemical imbalance, and medication is quite literally the only thing that can help you to get your brain back. I haven't had this brain and this consistency of brain power my entire life. The best way I can describe it to you is that with bipolar, if you are working at 100% brain capacity right now, bipolar makes it to where any given day you might work at 30% capacity to 50% capacity to 70% capacity, and you never really understand why until you figure it out that it's bipolar. Because bipolar is not you're depressed and then you're two-faced. You're like, I'm so sad, blah, 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 and I'm angry, I'm gonna beat you. No. Bipolar means you're either horribly, horribly depressed or you have so much fucking energy you don't know what to do with yourself. For me, the experience was with bipolar 2 that I spend more time in the depressive state. And this medication has allowed me to finally feel joy and to finally feel like my brain is functioning at not just 100, but 110% every single day. And because I had experienced such a low, it's not only that I don't want people to ever feel that low and that depression that I did. I also want people to feel joy and love more than they could have ever possibly imagined. That's a gift that I want to continue giving, and I recognize that just helping people feel understood is one of the greatest gifts that you can give. To help somebody to feel understood might fundamentally change the way that they think forever. I know because it's been done to me. There are people who have told me things that have changed the course of my life, and if it weren't for a simple, simple few words, I wouldn't be where I am, and I'm very grateful for those people. In making it through the depression, I have made literally hundreds of friends and made hundreds of new great relationships. And it was a time where when I was at my worst, I realized how much love there was around me and how many amazing friends that I already had and amazing family members that I already had. And I knew that they were there. And it was just a beautiful confirmation of how much love that I had. And I had to reach out for it though. I was struggling and I had to intentionally reach out my hand, which reminds me of the Dear Evan Hansen lyric. It's just like, you can reach out your hand. There's always going to be somebody there who will love you and help you to feel understood. And you have to realize that you're not a burden. It's the same way that you would be there for somebody that you care about very much. That's exactly how everybody else feels about you. People love helping people because people are all that we have at the end of the day. That's a quote from Fleabag. People are all we got. We really are. And the human condition is to feel loved and accepted. And when you don't feel loved and accepted, I guarantee you there are people out there that will help you to feel loved and accepted. But you have to be willing to reach out to them. I could not have made it through my depressive state if it weren't for the people around me. And I guarantee you, if it weren't for them, I would not be here. So seek the love. Know that you're loved. And don't, when you're depressed, you shut your mind off to feeling loved and to feeling like there's people around you. You have to fight past that. And you have to understand that there are people who will always be there. And that could literally just be this damn suicide hotline. People have hearts. People care. They do. So here's to another great year to come. Here's to really stepping into spreading joy and spreading love. And I know that I'm going to dedicate even more time and more effort and more energy into spreading the joy that I have. Because if I had not seen those horribly dark times, I would not be able to spread anywhere even near the amount of joy that I do now, and to give the love that I do now. I'm very grateful for literally being suicidal as fuck. I'm very grateful to have wanted to not be here, because now I know what it's like to feel an all-time low. And I'm never going to go back to that. I'm never going to go back to that. But if you don't experience sometimes the lowest of lows, you will never be able to experience the highest of highs, nor give people that love and help them experience their highest of highs. There's every reason in the world to spread love, and not a single one to spread negativity and hate. So when going into this next year, I challenge you to spread as much love as you can, as much acceptance as you can, to listen to those around you and find what little gaps, what little holes that you can fill within them with love. When you hear that somebody is missing something, missing some element of joy, not feeling understood, and you do understand them, make sure that you show them that you do. Because by simply helping someone to feel understood, you might just change your life. And hell, you might just end up being the very reason why they stay here on this earth right alongside you.